The merit-based hiring system of the Trump administration has struck again, as the new head of FEMA apparently had no idea that hurricane season was, well, a real thing. During a Monday briefing with the staff, acting FEMA Administrator David Richardson reportedly said that he wasn't aware that we even had a hurricane season. What, hurricane season? I thought the seasons were summer, fall, winter, and road construction. Okay, or whatever. That's according to 4 sources familiar with the meeting, as first reported by Reuters. Richardson, who has led FEMA since May, offered no further clarification on the comment, but did confirm during the meeting that he would not be moving forward with a new disaster response plan. Yes, this came despite a May 15th town hall in which he told staff that we're going to have a plan ready by May 23rd. Except that, no, we actually don't have a plan. We're going to completely, avoid coming up with a plan. Oh, crap. You have no plan. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Actually, their plan is you are on your own. As evidenced of what they had already told Arkansas and Missouri, who have dealt with some pretty severe storms and asked for federal aid. Look, Sarah Huckabee Sanders has been begging the Trump administration, writing letters saying, please, send help. We need help. We can't handle this on ourselves. Okay, we can't do it. We really need that federal aid. And Trump responded both times like saying, no, actually you don't. No, you don't. You think you need aid, but you really don't, because we're not sending any. Oh, great. Now, Richardson said, you know what, look, yes, we don't have a plan, but that's okay. We're going to defer to the FEMA Review Council. What is that? That is a group created by President Donald Trump, which, of course, is going to review and say, well, whatever the president says, we're going to go with that. The president says you don't need help, then you don't need help. And there you go. Of course. And by the way, he's going to defer to that to avoid introducing any changes that might counter their recommendations, which apparently would mean helping anyone. That would be, again, their recommendation is don't help anybody. So he's not going to counter that. That council, by the way, includes DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, some governors, and other officials, according to the Reuters report. So yeah, I didn't apparently know that there was a hurricane season, and as such has no plan for it. But worse, there will be no plan for it going forward because Donald Trump does not want there to be a plan. It is now every state for itself. Great. Lovely. Awesome. Now, this isn't the first issue with Richardson. And in fact, at his first all-hands meeting back in May, Richardson issued what some employees called a pretty startling warning about, hey, workers, I'm in charge here. I alone speak for FEMA.
I alone speak for FEMA, okay? I am the president's representative at FEMA, and I am here to carry out President Trump's intent. And that's why I'm here. So don't get in my way if you're those 20% of the people. I know all the tricks, okay? Obfuscation, delay, undermining. If you're one of those 20% of the people, and you think those tactics and techniques are going to help you, they will not, because I will run right over you.
He's going to run right over you, man. Yeah, if you dare try to help people, I'm going to run right over you. Oh, wow. Again, you want to look at the intent, right? Look at their actions. It's pretty clear. The agency has already cut back on hurricane training for local officials because of internal restrictions on travel and on speaking engagements. And since the start of the Trump administration, about a third of FEMA's full-time staff had either resigned or had been fired. So there you go. As a result, of course, staffers that are left at FEMA are pretty anxious, to say the least. In fact, they have grown concerned about the leadership turnover, reduced training, and a lack of strategic direction, all heading into what the NOAA predicts could be one of the most active storm seasons on record, with up to 10 hurricanes expected. 10 of them. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. But of course, it's likely by design. Look, I think the president's intent is to withhold any help for the states in return for loyalty. But even though I'm unsure. I'm unsure that is entirely what he's looking for. Because as I mentioned, Missouri and Arkansas have shown that loyalty is not enough. So what do they have to do to get help? Well, what are these states are going to have to do to get a FEMA response if Arkansas can't get it, run by Sarah Huckabee Sanders? What is going to happen there? So understand, though, that currently this is going to be very, very bad. All right. The first hurricane that is going to hit, and there will be one, is going to be an absolute humanitarian nightmare for whatever state gets hit. Maybe Florida, maybe Texas, could be North Carolina. Who knows? And again, that's hurricanes. There's also fires. There's also floods. There's also tornadoes. I mean, there's a lot of natural disasters that are very potential and very, very deadly. And so, yeah, all I can say now is if you're in an area that regularly sees these things, brace for impact. All right. I'm thinking that at this point, all you really have is community and mutual aid. And that's going to be more important than ever. But understand that even with that, and that is significant, right? There is still going to be a lot of destruction, a lot of death, and a lot of help that mutual aid will not be able to help with. And so, and that is, of course, because we have a federal government now that is being run by some of the worst people. Not only are they incredibly incompetent, but they're also cruel. And the cruelty is the point. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.